Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about noun. Now, what is a noun? Noun is a naming word. Any names, whether it is a name of a person, place, animal or thing, other than that also any naming object, any object whom we can name, like the Prime Minister, the President, they are all nouns. So, nouns are naming words. Now, broadly, nouns can be divided into two major groups. They are concrete nouns and abstract nouns. So, they are basically divided into two major groups, that is concrete noun and abstract noun. What do you mean by concrete noun? Concrete nouns are those nouns which we can see, touch, feel, which we can experience them. So our five sense organs which we can feel with them, they are all concrete nouns. Abstract nouns, where our sense organs cannot identify them, then they are called abstract nouns. Now, concrete noun, like this bench, green board, classroom, man, women, whom we can see, whom we can touch, they are called concrete nouns. Abstract nouns are those nouns which cannot be seen or which cannot be touched, but it can be only felt, like godliness, cleanliness, happiness, poverty, loyalty, honesty, all this, truth, tolerance, then you can say falsehood, all these things which cannot be seen, which cannot be touched, but it can be only felt, they are called as abstract nouns. Now, these concrete nouns, now kinds of, I should say, concrete nouns. Are, first one, proper noun. Proper noun means a noun which has its particular name. Like, for example, Narendra Modi, Ram, Sham, name of any place, Amsterdam, London, New York, Bombay, Calcutta. Then you have animals, lion, tiger, anybody who is having a particular name. So those who have a particular name, they come under proper nouns. Then second, common noun. Common noun, that is common for all. Like, for example, Prime Minister. Prime Minister can be said as a common noun and it can be said as a proper noun also. How? Prime Ministers. If we say Prime Ministers, then it can be the Prime Minister of any country. But the Prime Minister of India, that means it is a proper noun because it is particularly saying the Prime Minister of India, and in India we have only one Prime Minister. So when we take anything in specific, then it is proper. But when it is general, then it is common. So, in common nouns, you have like classroom, teacher, chair, table, students, birds, animals, all these are common nouns. But when we talk about lion, tiger, penguin, parrot, then they are proper nouns. So, I hope so you understood what is proper and common. Third type is your collective noun. Collective noun, when we use it for many things put together but of the same kind. Like group of students. Group of students is called a class. Group of sailors is called a group. Group of flowers is called a bunch. Bunch of keys, bunch of flowers, and so on and so on. Then next is that group of cattle is called as herd. So they are all collective nouns. A collection, a group of a thing which is of the same kind, then you call it, the name of such a thing is called as a collective noun. Then next is, so these are the three types of nouns, three kinds of nouns which come under the concrete nouns. Now, nouns can be also classified as countable and uncountable nouns. You have countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Now, what do you mean by countable and uncountable nouns? Like for example, sugar. Can you count sugar? No. So sugar, salt, they are nouns but they are uncountable. Milk, water, they are uncountable nouns. But when we talk about countable, like we can count boys, we can count girls, we can count pencils and other things. We can count coins and whatnot things. All those things which can be counted as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which can be counted, they are all countable nouns, and those which cannot be counted, they are all uncountable nouns. Now, another thing which comes under noun is the gender. Now, what do you mean by a gender? All organisms, they can be categorized into 4 genders. Genders means that is masculine, feminine, neuter and common. Now, names of all the male persons, like all boys, man, they come under masculine. So that is male gender. So masculine means male gender, feminine is a female gender, common, which is common to both, and then you have a neuter gender. Now, masculine gender, for masculine gender, example can be man, girl, boy, man, boy, and for feminine, you can say example, women, girl, they are feminine. Like that you have other things also which is given in your book regarding gender, like for examples can be like prince, princess, princess masculine, female, feminine is princess, then monk is masculine, nun is your feminine. Then what else can you give in genders? What examples can you give in your genders? Just think about it. There are so many things which can be quoted as examples. Then for all the male characteristics, for all male, like waiter, a waiter in a restaurant. So waiter is male, waitress is female, administrator is male, administratrix is female, maid servant is female, man servant is male, like that. That is masculine and feminine gender. Then you have common gender. Now, what are common genders? Common genders is they may be either Like for example, in common gender you have friend. A friend can be boy or a girl. Doctor can be male or a female. Then singer, dancer, teacher, they are all common genders. A teacher can be a male teacher or a female teacher. Then the last form of gender is your neuter gender. Now where are we going to use this neuter gender? Neuter gender is used for non-living things, lifeless things. For non-living things we use neuter gender. Like for example, chair, pencil, and all the non-living things, they will come under neuter gender. So I hope so that you people have understood what is a proper noun. It is a particular noun used for a particular name of a place, person, animal or thing, because all native words are nouns. Common noun is used for common, like classroom, teacher, chair, table, they are all common nouns. Then you have collective noun. Under collective noun you will have then a group of things of the common characteristic, or you can say of the same thing, like group of students become a class, becomes a class. So this is a common noun. So I hope so that you people have understood so far with the kinds of nouns and their various other categories like countables and uncountables and the gender part.